Hello everyone, Assalamualaikum and welcome back to my another presentation for ELC 590. Today my presentation, I will like to talk about cause and effect for my next informative speech from Teech. The topic that I would like to cover for this presentation is about causes and effect of social anxiety disorder, SAD. I myself also had this kind of problem during my high school years. I'm really scared to talk with my friends because before this, I'm being judged really badly by my not so-called friends until almost my friend in class judged me really poorly. At one point, I don't talk with anyone for almost half of years or 6 months to be exact. Right now, I'm still friend with them, but most of all the time, I really fake myself with them. Alright, that's all my short business sweet story. Continue. People are exposed to huge amounts of stress each day. Problem at work, dysfunctional relationships, insurance issues, taxes, children misbehavior, and so on. These typical misfortunes can upset anyone. However, there is a psychological problem that can make one life excessively complicated even on its own without adding up the aforementioned factors. This problem is social anxiety. Unfortunately, the modern world is permeated with this factor, which contribute to the development of this psychological disorder. Although the environment we live in definitely has an effect on how people feel, it is important to consider the biological factor leading to social anxiety disorder. In particular, biologists believe SAD is related to a dysfunction of brain circuit responsible for regulating emotions and the fight or flight response center, WebMD. There is a brain structure called the amygdala. It is known to play a role in controlling the fear response. If a person has an overactive amygdala, they often display an excessive fear type of emotional response. Therefore, whenever situation occurs that can be interpreted as even slightly uncomfortable, a person with SAD will overreact in terms of fear. Mayo Clinic. In addition, genetic factors should also be considered when studying the causes of SAD because social anxiety may occur when it was also present in a first-degree relative, parents, sibling, or child. Another significant group of factors responsible for the development of SAD is a group of environmental factors, including psychological climates. The first social interaction people make in their life are usually connected to parents. From them, people learn basic social rules, what is acceptable and what is not, how it is like to be loved and to be ignored, and so on. Based on what happened in their childhood, people construct their personal system of belief, including assumption on what other people think about them. Commonly, if a child is loved and respected by parents, he or she later assume that other people treat them in the same way. However, if a child is often criticized, it prevents him or her from developing a sense of personal value, and for such people, it is more difficult to overcome socially confident. In addition, the way parents deal with different life situations also influence children's personality. According to Airil, secretary and director of the Clinical Psychology Training Program at the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center, parents are often responsible for developing social anxiety in a child. A parent or a significant adult figure may model that it's appropriate to be anxious in situations where your performance will be evaluated. For example, a parent who is commenting on being nervous about a performance review or who tells their children to not be anxious before their first show and tell may be priming the child to in fact be anxious in that situation. It is also quite possible that any number of these factors interact, says Dr. Carmen in life science. The reason why people develop social anxiety are different, but generally they can be divided into two categories: biological and environmental. A biological group of reasons include dysfunction in brain works, as well as excessive fight or flight reaction. Environmental factors include psychological influence caused by parents on their children, as well as the models that parents provide in the form of teaching their children consciously or unconsciously. That's my conclusion. Alright, That's all from me. I hope you guys now know what causes and effect of social anxiety disorder right now. Help each other and never ignore the people in need. Okay guys, that's all from me. Bye bye. Adios.